What's up, everyone, and welcome to Radio 2. So today, we won't exactly react to a song, but this is something that I wanna check. I was thinking about doing this on my own, but uh, I just want to do it because yesterday I reacted to Yuval Raphael. She represents Israel at the Eurovision with her song "New Day Will Rise," and it was just a very emotional song with a much deeper meaning. And I found out that um, she is one of the survivors actually of the Nova Fest massacre, and there's a whole video here about her story, and it was actually really requested yesterday on that reaction, and some people suggested for me to react, and I think that would be a good idea because I guess the people who have watched this already are gonna guide me through it. They're gonna tell me the stuff that I probably will miss, or things that I don't know, just a lot of things to check on, more details, because I'm really invested into this story, into Yuval Raphael, because she is an incredible singer and incredible talent, and I'm just invested in her story, and just want to support her also in the Eurovision. So I think it's important, even for more people who haven't watched this. I think this will be an interesting video for people to see a survivor of that massacre. She will say a lot of stuff that will probably shock us. I don't know what to expect, to be honest, in this video, but I really hope you will enjoy this. I don't know. I don't know what to expect, but yeah, I don't want to waste any more of your time. Let's get into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm definitely ready. This is Yuval Raphael. She is a survivor at the Nova Music Festival, and yeah, this is her story. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Hello, my name is Yuval Raphael. I'm a 23-year-old. I was at the Nova Music Festival with 4 other of my friends. We were 5 in total. In Hebrew, we say we were in orot, like we were in lights. We were very excited. One of my friends waited for that party for like 6 months. It's a very, very big production. We went to the Kanta, to our resting place, and that's when everything started. And I remember looking immediately at my phone, and I saw 40 updates, 40 notifications of red alerts. I was pretty calm about it because before October 7th, I was positioned in the army. I was the one that allows Palestinians in for work. There's a lot of Palestinian employees that have authorization to go inside Israel and work and then go back. So still, I was very, very calm. Like, I was a pretty calm person. So when I saw all of that, I was like, let's just stay. Like, we're on the Gaza Strip. This is something that happens here. But then, after a few minutes, everyone started screaming, like, you have to evacuate. This party is done. So we took all of our stuff. We took the tent and everything, and we just ran to the car. And that's when I saw all the missiles. There was a lot of people trying to get out. So there was a line of cars. We took a left and started driving. The idea was to go to Bar's house, which is 15 minutes away from where the party was in Kibbutz Oraner. When we connected to the 232 road, we started seeing cars going around, like going back to where the party is. And we couldn't understand what was going on. So we asked someone to stop the car. He opened the window and we asked him what is going on. And they were saying that there is probably a terrorist on the road shooting cars. Obviously, we were not taking any chances, and Adar, the one driving the car, she remembered we saw 2 bomb shelters on both sides of the roads. She decided she wanted to go inside the bomb shelter. So we turned around, we parked the car. There were tons of people there, outside the bomb shelter, inside the bomb shelter. When we went inside, I was constantly with my dad on the phone. And that's when we started hearing gunshots outside. And a lot of the people inside the bomb shelter, they started screaming, it's the military, it's fine. So I'm telling my dad, the military is here, they're handling the situation, it's fine. And then a few minutes later, they started screaming, we have a wounded person outside. And I just deliver everything to my dad back to the phone. Like, that's when the terrorists found us. They went inside the bomb shelter. First of all, they shot everyone that was in the pathway, and then they came inside and they started shooting everyone inside. I dropped my phone, and then what I remember is the pace of the gunshots. It was not like, it was boom, 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 boom. And then the shooting stopped, and because we were on the road, we could hear them going out, slamming the car door, and driving away. And so I looked to my friends, they were alive. And then I looked to my left to the girl that was holding my hand. She was lifeless and she was dead. Like, her head was like this on my shoulder. I remembered my leg really hurting, and then I looked to my leg and I had this dead body all over my leg. We were around 50 people. After the first shooting, I called my dad to tell him I'm alive, and I was like, Dad, there is dead people, you have to call the police, you have to tell them to get to us. Like, he's processing the whole thing during the conversation.
איפה את?
תשלח משטרה לפה. אבא, יש מלא מתים, תשלח משטרה לפה.
אני שולח. מתים?
אבא, בבקשה, תשלח משטרה לפה.
אני שולח עכשיו. ממי, תהי רגועה. תשארי איתי על הקו, אל תנתקי ממני את הקו, טוב? תהי בשקט.
And then there is like a switch that happens to him. He goes like, play dead. Play dead, just play dead, just hang up the phone with me, just play dead.
יובלי, רגע, ויש שם מחבלים עדיין?
מסתובבים, אבא, תשלחו ניידות.
תהי מתה. יובלי, תהי מתה. תנתקי את הטלפון ממני, תהי מתה.
I hung up the phone. I told everyone
That was
in the bomb
probably,
shelter that every single time that we hear them coming, we have to play dead. Even the ones who got gunshots, they came back inside, they shot again. Every time that they went out, I took my phone and I started calling the police constantly. And they were like, send me your location. And it was very bad signal inside the bomb shelters. After constantly calling the police for 4 hours and them constantly coming inside the bomb shelters, shooting more and more people, I had kind of like a breaking point. My leg felt like it was gonna explode. It was so hot inside. I remember the last conversation with one of the people that answered the phone from the police. And he told me again, there is a unit coming to you. That's where I snapped, telling him, but that's not true. No one is coming. No one is coming. It's been 4 freaking hours. Why is no one coming here? You're leaving us. Next time, maybe I won't be able to call you. Like, they keep killing people and we can't go out. And he's like, don't go out. Don't go out of the bomb shelter. When is someone coming? And I was just tired. I was so tired. I didn't want to call them anymore. I didn't want to talk to anyone. And I started asking myself, like, when is this going to end? Is this going to end? Am I going to die? And my leg was like the hardest part of everything. Like, I could feel my bones in this part starting to crack. And I remember at that point, I was done.
אבוש, אני עוד חיה, יש לי גופה ומלא רגליים שנשענות לי על הרגל כבר על 4 שעות. אני חושבת שהצטרכו לקרות לי אותם לחזור. אבל למה הם לא באים? למה אף אחד לא בא? למה?
The next time they come, I don't bend down. Like, I stay up, and obviously they're gonna shoot me and put a bullet in me, and that's it. And that, in a very weird way, calmed me down. Like, I knew when it's going to end. Like, I didn't know when the next time they're going to come, but I knew that the next time it's done. Like, I don't feel this pain anymore. I'm not in this situation anymore. I'm done. So, because that calmed me down, I did find the strength the next time they came to fight more and to hide again. Like, I didn't want my life to end there. So after a few hours, at one point they started throwing grenades inside. The feeling that I remember is that when there was shootings, my heart was racing. But the first time I heard a grenade, I felt like my heart stopped. Like the bombing was so strong that I felt like a few people that were inside the bomb shelters with us is the Sassi family. Avi Sassi, he jumped on the first grenade. I remember also at one point, every time after they started shooting throwing grenades, every time I opened my eyes, I could see like there's less and less people. And I didn't understand what that was. I didn't think about it at that time. But now, like, it was because people exploded. And then, because a lot of us had our phones, I remember someone saying something about the internet is saying that the military is now handling the situation. That's when they started coming less frequently. So at that point I started like looking for my phone. I remember like twisting a little bit to this side and I could see my phone on the back of the dead body or something, somewhere between around this area. And I found it and I picked it up and I called my dad. He told me on the phone, I found a rescuer. Like, I found someone that will pick you up. He is with a unit, he is looking for his daughter, which is also there. Talk to him, send him your location, and then he'll come get you. And then I told that to my friends. I called him. He asked me to count the survivors inside, like how many survivors there is inside. He said he was gonna be there in half an hour. And then it hasn't been half an hour, but someone started screaming like, is there anyone here that needs rescue? Anyone here that needs rescue? And I remember like really panicking because I imagined the way we're gonna be rescued so many times, and not for 1 second I thought like one person is gonna scream outside, does anyone needs rescue? And then all of the other people that were with me in the bomb shelter, they started screaming, yes, we need rescue, we need rescue, we need rescue. And I remember looking at Bar, my friend, and she's like, we're not getting out, we're not getting out. Also, my dad told her on the phone there is a lot of terrorists that is disguised as military people. Don't go out, still play dead, play dead. And then I remember this guy coming inside. He had one arm on the wall and the other arm to the pathway with a gun. And he started screaming at us, get up, get up, get up. And then at one point he said, Nitzan, it's dad. And then we looked around to see who is Nitzan. And I saw that she actually got up. So we understood that this was her dad and this was a rescue. We are actually getting rescued now. And so everyone started getting up, like all of a sudden everyone. But I couldn't get up because I had the dead body on my leg. So when Adar, my friend, got up, I looked at her and I was like, you have to take her out. And she looked at me like I wasn't even talking. She was just staring at me like this. The rescuer screamed at her, why are you just standing there? Come on. And then she went to him. And then I saw Ben that got up and I said, Ben, you have to take her out. And I did the same thing. And then he realized and then he took her hand, he pulled her a little bit and he managed to move her. And that's when I went to go out of the bomb shelter. And I had to step on top of the dead bodies. I looked up and I saw daylight. And I saw a truck and I saw another truck next to that truck. And then I looked to the side when I completely got up and I saw 2 soldiers leading down with the guns. And then we drove away. He told us not to look outside. And then we were evacuated to the hospital. That's where I met my dad and my uncle and my sister. After the first week, we did an interview in the press, and it gave me strength, like to explain or to talk about it or to, like there was nothing I could do in that situation. instead of only the bare minimum of trying to play dead. But now I feel like this is my way of fighting this. Like, it gives me my strength back to explain and to talk about it and to tell people and to maybe make a change, hopefully, of people understanding what had happened. So it's kind of the way to fight them back. It helps me heal a little bit because it helps me feel like I am fighting back, and also this cannot happen again.
Really don't know what to say. Watching this, I had chills all over my body. I was nervous just listening to this. Like the horror, like that is a true, real life horror story. Like it's just so bad. Like, it's so horrible, man. I can't imagine. And you go to a festival with your friends. You go out to have some fun, and then you end up in a bomb shelter, and you just hide there. You pretend to be dead for multiple hours so they don't kill you. Like, my head cannot wrap around this. Like, it's just stuff like this, that how she was explaining how they just kept getting in the shelter, checking if someone is alive, keep shooting people with one shots, just killing people, just totally no regards for human life, just go in there and like just pretty much a butchering, you know. That was just horrible. Like, that is the most heart-wrenching story that I've heard. Like, it's, yeah, I'm happy that she survived, but that trauma that she's gonna have for the rest of her life, like, that's something that I don't know if it's gonna go away. She looks okay, she looks mentally strong, you know, but it will always be moments where that's gonna come back. She's gonna hear those shots. She probably, I don't know, PTSD or something like that. She's gonna suffer from that the rest of her life, like surviving something like this. And all the people who actually survived something like this, they will be, I don't know, they will just, I don't know how you recover from this. I don't know if it's even possible, but to me, music does heal. I've said it many times, and the fact that she is singing representing Israel, I don't think there is a better person to represent Israel than her. I mean, I'm just in shock. Like, Yuval is literally the perfect person to represent Eurovision. Like, surviving something like this, and then to be able to sing a song about hope is just that's something. There is a meaning, like, for her to be safe, to survive, to speak about this, to sing about this, and like, she has God was on her side that day. I guess, I don't know. I can't imagine, like, hiding under bodies, like under dead people all over you. Just hide over there while they squeeze your leg. Like, I can't imagine. Like, really, I felt uncomfortable just listening to this story. Like, it was intense. Really, that is the most intense story that I've heard, because I was listening to this. But then, especially when she said that they threw the grenades, I'm like, oh my goodness, like, they threw grenades. That bomb shelter isn't very big from what I saw in the footage, if that was indeed it. Like, throwing a grenade inside, like, oh my goodness. I am speechless. Yeah. I don't know what to say. That is just horrible. I really don't understand how us as human beings, we do stuff like this to each other. Like, so much stress. Just, I don't know, to these people, to these terrorists, like, killing means nothing. Like, they just go out there and they just kill people, and they're totally okay with it. Like, I really don't understand it. I really don't, man. Like, I've read a lot of stuff about terrorists that, you know, most of them they do believe in God. Like, how do you believe in God? In what God do you believe? Like, that's more like believing in the devil or something like that, to just go in there and to kill people. That is not what God is representing, you know. He represents life, not death. Like, that is just, I don't know. Like, yeah, I can't imagine that. I'm glad that really Yuval, from what I've heard, her friends were also okay. And oh my goodness, her dad, I can't even imagine what her dad went through also in that situation. To listen to your daughter, like, starting to panic more and more and more, and just losing all hope. And at some point, she said in the video that she just wanted to die, like, because it was so stressful. She was so much in pain because of her leg. Everything was just so horrible. It was hot in there, like, all those conditions, and the fact that she just wanted someone to put a bullet in her head at some point. That's how stressed, that's how exhausted, that's how mentally destroyed she was in that situation. And her dad is on the phone this entire time and listening to this and hearing this. Like, I am glad that she's okay, and I'm glad that she is able to sing, do her music, and I wish her good luck in the Eurovision. This was very crucial for me to watch. I'm really grateful that everyone requested this. It gives me, because I haven't watched any interviews of survivors, to be honest. Watching this gave me so much. It showed me so much, like, oh my goodness. Oh my. Well, everybody stay safe, you know, and I hope something like this never happens again. And yeah, just my best regards to Yuval, to all the survivors. My condolences to those who lost their lives in this horrible events, and just, yeah, stay safe out there, guys. Thank you for watching, and this is gonna be it from me. Bye bye. I'll see you in the next one.